Welcome back. I'm mental coach Liv. Last week we learned about identity, roles, and values. To continue this conversation, I want to pull from the book by Jensen, and I would highly recommend investing in this book if you're a leader, want to be a good leader, or even a good teammate. It's the Team Captain's Leadership Manual. Now, maybe you are a team captain, maybe you want to be a team captain one day, maybe you want to take on other leadership roles. However leadership fits into your life, I am hopeful this session will expand on how you think about leadership and its impact on team dynamics. Your relationship with leadership may also impact your communication with your team, your coach, teammates, even the parents, all of the team dynamics. So when I say the word leadership, what comes to mind? A majority of the population believes leadership means influence, follower, in art, or serves a function for teams and organizations. Next, I want you to think about who you respect as a leader. How do they act when they are leading? I want you to write these down. Leadership can bring great rewards. Not only does it make others better, but it'll also make you better too. We can always go further together compared to doing anything alone. Your leadership has the ability to make or break a team. Additionally, being a team leader while in sport can prepare you for life outside of sport when you have a family, open a business, join a work team, or take on leadership roles. Of course, there are some risks to being a leader. First, you're going to be watched by people on our teams, including coaches, teammates, other social circles, and parents. You won't always be liked, and people will get jealous at times, and that can be hard when we want to fit in as humans. You're also going to have to manage conflict and take the heat for when things don't go well. Trust and respect are going to be hard to come by, and when you do earn it, it can be broken easily. The rewards and risk of leadership can seem overwhelming at times, but it's important to know that you are getting what you are getting into before you decide on taking a leadership role. This does not need to scare you though. You can always start small and take little action steps towards becoming a leader. In fact, there are two types of leaders: lead by example and your vocal leaders. All carry similar attributes. All leaders must have these attributes, in fact. These include commitment, confidence, composure, character, encourager, and enforcer. We can communicate with our coaches through verbal, visual, physical, and nonverbal methods. Verbal communication is using language like tone and pitch. Visual communication is using signs. Physical or nonverbal is communicated through our body language, how we're sitting, how we're communicating. Here's a case study. Jess, a hockey goalie, is upset with their teammates because the teammates did not follow the play the coach called and signaled for them to do, and a goal was scored. The team was losing by 2 points at this point. The coach yells at Jess for allowing the puck to go into the goal and pulls Jess off the ice. Jess becomes upset and yells in frustration nasty comments at their teammates. Jess's body language becomes slumped over, arms crossed off at their chest the rest of the game. In this example, there is verbal, signal, nonverbal body language being communicated. Jess did not maintain composure when taking the heat and became not a great teammate or leader for their teammates. What Jess should have done was pause, listen, and respond in an uplifting way for their team. Even if Jess had been on the bench for the rest of the game, they could have chosen not to yell at their teammates and maintained a more open body language that allows for growth within the team. I do want to recognize it is okay to get upset at yourself and others. It is normal. However, good leadership requires maintaining a level of composure when mistakes that fall onto you happen. Ultimately, leadership is about being yourself and leading in a way that is authentic to you. No matter who you are, you can have an impact. But I do want to leave you with this quote by Teddy Roosevelt, which he said in 1910. "It is not the critic who counts. not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows, in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mental Coach Liv.